Hey YouTubers, this is Captain593 and today I'm playing Predecessor as the carry Murdock. In this gameplay video, I'll be showing you perspectives from both Murdock and Dekker's point of view, because there are some key moments that are worth sharing here. So in the beginning, we proceed with the laning phase, not really too worried about Narbash or Sparrow as I'm keeping my distance. And we're trying to get the minions kind of towards our tower because that is more of a defensive play. We can accumulate some experience here and potentially make sure that the enemies don't get as much as we do. So again, we're just trying to get some last hits. At this point, Narbash has used up a lot of mana, so we're just going to make sure he continues doing so. I like to poke Sparrow here and there just to make sure that she's aware of my existence, but also Narbash too. He gets out of lane a little bit and into a vulnerable position. So we continue to last hit, and at this point, Dekker notices a good place to stun. She does so, and we can kind of bully Sparrow a little bit here, getting her somewhat low as well as Narbash. They retreat as a result. So we continue with the laning. Again, the minions are near tower. I have to use a potion here, but that's okay. We're still freezing the lane. And Sparrow and Narbash are a bit too close to us, so we decide to attack as much as we can. Narbash is fairly low. He should probably just retreat fully. And unfortunately, I don't get the last hit here. Very sad. There was an opportunity in some multiverse where Narbash dies at this point, but not in this one. So we just go back to lane. Since Sparrow is kind of out of the way, Dekker and I decide to go for the gold buff. So this is a good opportunity for that. And by the time we get back, Narbash is back, and then lane's pushed further. I feel comfortable at this point to just reset. This will allow me to acquire some better items here and make me more useful in team fights. So going back into lane, we continue to get some last hits in, and we're actually alerted here that Kai goes missing, so I'm looking to engage. Let's switch to Dekker's perspective, getting in some hits on the Chimera as well as destroying Narbash there. And I come in trying to help out. I don't really know what to prioritize at this point. This is something I should really work on. But we managed to disengage and got a few kills in. So overall, a solid team fight. So now nobody got Fang, and we continue to lane. The enemy appears to be eyeing the gold buff, but we just focus on minion kills, getting a little more experience. We do engage here. However, Narbash and Sparrow already got the gold buff. I should have probably just attacked Narbash and not thought about the Sparrow, because Narbash is always out of position, it seems. However, they managed to get away. So now Chimera comes in out of nowhere, and we can kind of weave around my trap, and Kai gets scared, so he runs away. Unlucky for him, because now we know Kai's there, and our entire team kind of wants to gank him. That's okay. So we mess up Kai's day, and we decide this is the perfect opportunity to attack Fangtooth, because their Kai is down, and they can't do much about it. So not too bad so far. We are gonna get Fangtooth. The enemy's kind of distraught. Sparrow, unfortunately for her, comes in to try to help, but way too late. Narbash comes in thereafter, but he is not in a great situation either. He resets. Therefore, it's a good time to kind of push the lane, and I also ward just to make sure there's no Kais in the midst. Poking tower here and there. Since Sparrow and Narbash came back, I felt like it was a good idea to reset and get my first legendary item, which is great. Notice how I didn't take gold buff? That actually becomes useful coming up. So we decide to coordinate with Gideon, our mid laner, to initiate a gank here on the gold buff, which, as you can see, I ended up stealing. So Dekker and I, from Dekker's perspective, she throws a nice ball, cage combo, and we essentially just trapped the enemy Narbash and Sparrow and got the kill on them. So leaving that gold buff just as bait, essentially, was a very solid play, and it paid dividends. Now the enemy is kind of nervous of left lane. We keep killing the duo. So they pop up, and we just have to defend our tower. Since Howie's left, mid can push. So mid tower actually just got destroyed, and Gideon can help out. Kalari is here, so we can initiate a gank. And here we go, another team fight. I probably should have been closer here, but thankfully we can at least get this Sparrow kill. And now that some of their enemies down, we proceed to continue laning. There are team fights going on. Do not worry about this ult. I tried my best, but I guess my aim wasn't as good as it should have been there. Here, Chimera is being a menace, but no biggie because they don't really notice me as much. So getting in some shots on Howie. He actually ran away with a blink, but thankfully Dekker can secure that kill. I'm probably here a bit longer than I need to be. Dekker gets another kill, and unfortunately I get vanquished by Sparrow. So potentially should have just gone back to lane after the Howie kill, but that's okay. They do get our tower, unfortunately, though, so a better play would have been to just retreat. At this point, mid is looking like a huge team fight, so I decide to go in from behind and focus the howitzer. He does not notice me, get in some shots. I set my trap, he does not fall into it, but here I feel like I have to make up for that previous ultimate miss, so we get in a nice clean shot. So 50-50, I'd say that's okay. That'll pass for Murdock. We get in another Narbash kill. And at this point, the enemy is in shambles. 4 of their teammates are dead, and they flat out surrender. So, overall, pretty good match. The enemy team got demoralized, and teamfights were very important. So, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.
I don't think my tummy's gonna feel well